Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Better Call Saul. Last time on Better Call Saul, we had sunk costs, which is interesting. Oh god. Oh, what a terrible intro. I've already made this. Yeah, what all happened? Jimmy was arrested, spent a night in the slammer, but he was allowed out on bond, and then, my eye itches. And he was going to go at this alone because he didn't want Kim to split her attention between him and Mesa Verde. And then this isn't... Well, the opposing counsel, Miss Hay, she didn't want this to go to trial. Instead offered a PPD, I think? And it was basically... confess to all felonies and have that be submitted before the bar, which is basically Chuck's endgame to get Jimmy disbarred, as my chair keeps squeaking. So yeah. But Jimmy and Kim are going to fight this, and they're going to take it to trial. And not only that, but Kim is going to be Jimmy's lawyer, which is pretty cool. On the other side of things, Mike actually met Gustavo Fring, and basically learned that Gus is okay with hurting Hector. Not killing him yet, but he's okay with hurting Hector. And Mike agrees to help out with that, and sure enough gets one of the cartel trucks flagged at the border, which is pretty crazy. So yeah, that was pretty much it. All in all, a really good episode, and I'm excited to see where we're going in this one. So, let's just go ahead and jump right into this episode of Better Call Saul. Here we go. This looks familiar. Oh, is that Don Eladio?
Eso sí me gusta.
That's a lot of cash.
Ándale, pues. Hey, bolsa.
Hey, this guy.
Hijo de la chingada.
You son of a bitch.
Ahí.
Oh.
¿Qué es esto?
Jeez. More money from Los Pollos than from Hector.
Él quería venir personalmente a pagarle sus respetos. Él promete que pronto lo hará.
Que se quede donde está y que siga haciendo lo que está haciendo. ¿Qué te parece?
Interesting.
Mira lo que nos dio Gustavo.
So it's two separate distributions.
Okay.
One Hector, one Gus.
No está malo para un día de trabajo, ¿eh?
Oh, he's gonna put on the shirt.
Está buena la camiseta, ¿eh?
Queda bien.
Damn. God, just on this you can see everything playing correctly. Oof. What a great scene. Just seeing everything fall Gus's way, but to know how it ends for him. No. No.
Ice cream. Oh, is she snoozing?
Close.
Ice cream.
Meh. I don't think anything's gonna happen, right? They're still fine in Breaking Bad. No, he's just thinking about the shit he's done. Probably thinking about what he's getting into. Nacho? Hey, Nacho! Oh, and Ponytail. Oh. And the big man himself is showing up to the store.
I need drink.
Oh, Lyle.
Well, like I said, he's not here, and I don't really know when he'll be back. I can take a message.
I wait.
Okay. Would you like some food in the meantime? I assume he's not gonna, like, do anything here. Nothing that would attract attention. This old fucking man just walks through like he owns the fucking place. Smoking a cigar and drinking a Diet Coke. Fucking ponytail. All the employees are sat down. You're drawing attention, Hector.
Should I call someone?
No. That will not be necessary, truly.
You sure?
Please don't ask. I'll see you tomorrow.
Lyle's a good kid.
Your actions here today have endangered them, my interests, and those of the cartel.
I am the cartel.
Oh, shit.
And from now on, you are my mule. You are going to bring my product north. Mierda.
Ugh, cleaning his shoes onto your desk. So he's gonna take
I
Gus's
understand
distribution?
your supply. May I ask, did Don Eladio approve this?
I approve this.
That doesn't answer the question. This is the best thing, is that... Ugh! He doesn't get mad. This is playing out exactly the way he wants it to. Damn, alright. All a part of the plan. Well, we haven't had any Jimmy this episode, too, by the way.
Tell him we're square.
No.
No.
That's it. I think Mike's out. But I don't think Gus is done yet.
Excuse me, everyone. Could you all please take a moment and join me out here? Please, come.
Let's talk about this.
Many years ago, I opened my first Los Pollos Hermanos in Michoacán. Shortly thereafter, those same men showed up. They wanted money. I paid them.
Interesting.
You see, they intimidated my customers. They threatened my employees. And again, they wanted money. Then I thought, no. No. This is America.
Yeah.
Here,
Hooray.
the righteous have no reason to fear. Here,
Right.
those men have no power. And when they saw that I had no fear of them, they ran, like the cowards they are, back across the border.
Okay.
They will not return. But together, we will prosper.
Yeah. Hey, if you convince Lyle, you convince all of them.
Yes, hi.
What
I'm
a
still
spin. Hey, Kim.
Here. Really? You sure?
It's been so long.
Gotcha. Yes, that's it. 2:30 tomorrow. Great. So,
Ooh.
we're gonna need to cancel that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I will. Thank you. Bye.
Going for the door.
Oh, poor Frisky. Pomeranians can't
By the
be
way,
difficult.
I realized, you probably all have been screaming at me, but Francesca is Saul's assistant in Breaking Bad, and I just didn't realize. No. It's because she's happy.
You're absolutely sure you got the right guy for this?
No, the creme de la creme.
Oh no. Is he sending Mike in there? To do what, though?
Martin's repair.
Yeah, Mr. McGill.
Good afternoon. If you don't mind wiping your shoes.
Yeah. Oh, I love this. Why did he send Mike?
Break in?
That's right.
I can't believe how unbelievably happy this scene makes me.
No electricity due to a condition that was explained in some detail.
Meh.
No problem.
Battery.
Good thing I charged my battery.
I suppose. Very well. If
He's got to go get that blanket real quick. Alright, get him upstairs. What's he doing? Taking a picture.
Very good. Oh, yeah. Nice.
Just get 10,000 pictures.
A gas lantern sitting on a stack of friggin' Financial Times. Now that tells the whole story. These are museum quality. You, my friend, are the Ansel Adams of covert photography.
Oh.
And that other thing, how'd you get it?
A dress book on his desk.
Right.
Okay.
So?
What is the other thing?
What'd you think of him? I mean, speak freely. You couldn't possibly offend me.
Your
He's a
professional
bit of a
opinion.
prick, right? Nothing?
He doesn't
Seriously? You did fix the door, right?
Yeah.
You did a reasonably good job of it, because
You
otherwise
won't be grumbling to anyone.
That's all I'm asking.
I did it right.
I know how to fix a door.
Nice to fix something for once.
If you ever need anything from my end...
Because we just keep owing each other all season, or all friggin' show.
What I did, I didn't do for you.
The man. The one killed for helping the truck driver.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps in the future, you will consider working for me.
Could be.
That'll
depend on the work.
I think he respects Gus enough to think about it.
Would you care to know why I stopped you from killing Hector? A bullet to the head would have been far too humane.
Oh, shit. Well, good for Mike to know that. Know what he could be getting into with him.
Jimmy.
Howard.
Jimmy.
Chuck.
Howard.
Kim.
Chuck.
Kim.
Good afternoon.
Miss Hay.
I assume everyone left their cell phones and so on at reception.
Yes, indeed.
And you'll let me know if you need a break or anything else.
I will, thank you, Miss Hay.
What if Jimmy just kept it? Just like, screw it.
The terms of the deal are for you, James, to report to your pre-prosecution service officer at the Albuquerque District Attorney's Office on the second Monday of every month for the next 12 months. Community service hours will be assigned.
Community service?
Must maintain lawful employment. Must only associate with law-abiding citizens.
Oh, shit. That takes out, like, most of his friends. And by most, I mean one.
We're all set?
No, not all set, Mr. McGill. Your brother may be satisfied, but I am not. The confession you've written is adequate, but frankly, I sense a lack of remorse. And I, for one, would like to hear an apology. Charles deserves at least that much.
Well...
Now?
Yes, Mr. McGill, now.
Well, you know what? He can shove that apology up his ass.
I was wrong.
Mr. McGill, could you at least look your brother in the eye?
We're not in a good seating arrangement to do that. All right, lean back.
I lost my temper and I did some things, so many things that I regret.
God, you know how easily Jimmy can lie, though.
Your door. I shouldn't have done that. There's no excuse for that, or for the things that I said.
Such as Rebecca leaving you, you piece of shit.
I regret it all.
That part specifically.
All of it, more than you can imagine. Because you're my brother. And no one should treat his own brother like that. Not ever.
Not ever.
You knew Jimmy was going to break in. You wanted him to. There's no way you were going to let him destroy the only copy of that tape, so you made a duplicate. It's the first thing you did.
Kim, this is not how we do discovery.
Actually, Jimmy destroyed the duplicate. It's fine, Howard. The original is under lock and key, and in due time it will be put into evidence for your review. So, of course, file whatever motions you'd like. It's your privilege.
I will. Count on it.
But
So
Kim,
it exists, and Mike can
be
find
aware,
it.
Because motions aside, that tape will be played.
Chuck? See you, Kim.
The tape will be played if it does still, in fact, exist.
What?
Bingo.
Oh. They knew. They knew there would be another tape. Oh, look how epic this is. Oh, don't end here. Ah. Oh. I feel like we're building something we're building up to something next episode. There is another tape. And you know what? They knew he would be out of the house. And who else could get into that house but Mike Ehrmantraut? Oh, boy. Man, alright, this was definitely... You know, again, we talk about on this show the parallels between Jimmy and Mike's stories, you know? And, like, you know, when Jimmy sabotaged Chuck, Mike sabotaged Hector. Both of them to varying results, but both leading to a bit of a poor outcome in some cases. Now, this episode was more of a mirroring of Jimmy and Gus's stories. Honestly, this was more Gus than it was Mike, because it's Jimmy playing, you know, kind of playing on the back burner, you know, just sort of, you know, letting things play out, letting Chuck think he's getting it, but Jimmy has a plan. Jimmy and Kim have a plan. That's why he sent in Mike, you know? And if there is there's not a duplicate of the tape. The original tape is somewhere in that house. And if that's the case, if they knew that, and I'm pretty sure they guessed that, so they could have Mike go in and try to get it probably. Now, I don't know if that's the case, but there is something to do with that original tape. On the other side of this episode, you have Gus, who has to play on the back burner against Hector, you know? Hector's coming in, intimidating his employees, you know, cleaning his shoes on Gus's desk, all of this, you know. But Gus has a plan. This is all a part of Gus's plan. And I really like that. I really, really like how that's been mirrored, you know? And it's so amazing, too, because honestly, yeah, we've been going with this mirroring since season 1, you know? We've been doing this mirroring since season 1 between Jimmy and Mike, and now this is extending to Jimmy and Gus, and I absolutely love how, like, I almost feel like we didn't even, like, start new plot lines. Just, you start both of their plot lines, and they just keep paralleling with each other, you know? And it's just so brilliant. I guess that wasn't parallel. Parallel was just you get what I mean. Don't look at my fingers, all right? Don't look at whatever I'm doing with my fingers, you know? So, anyway. Did I smudge my ink a little bit? Whoopsies. Oh, well. Alrighty. So, very, very good episode. And yeah, I feel like... See, here's the thing. I don't know anything that's going to happen. I don't. But next episode, I think might be a big episode. I know I've seen... Like I've said, and this is the dumbest way to kind of know this, but I know that Legal Eagle did videos on 2 episodes of Better Call Saul. One was the pilot, which we've already seen. The other, I'm pretty sure, is next episode. So maybe I may be accidentally overhyped because of that, but it's Better Call Saul. Even if I am overhyped, it's going to live up to that and then some. So maybe I might be excited when I shouldn't be. I shouldn't know to be excited for next episode, but I am. I am excited. And next week my voice won't be so raw. So that's good. So we start off with the Cartel with Don Eladio, which good to see him again. Good to see him and Juan Bolsa again as well. That was really, really cool. And yeah, so something... See, the thing is, too, something has to put Hector in that wheelchair, you know? And I am so... That makes me even more curious how this will go through, you know? How does he end up in that wheelchair? But yeah, so we get the money from the 2 separate distributions, which is interesting. So, presumably... I mean, I guess so. The cartel itself is run with 2 separate distributions. There's Gus, who currently answers to Juan Bolsa, and they provide that money to Don Eladio. And then there's Hector. Hector, who has his own... I would assume that maybe they're selling different product, but I'm not sure. Excuse me. I'm not sure. But at the very least, Los Pollos Hermanos, Gus is bringing in a lot more money than Hector. But that is most likely because Hector is now having problems getting across the border, you know? But yeah, it means Hector is having some problems with Don Eladio. So I like that. But man, for them to just come into Los Pollos, that is so crazy. They just walk in. Lyle doesn't know what the hell is going on. Man, Lyle seems like such a good kid, you know? Oh, God, end of the day. And it's been a long day, too. Anyway. But yeah, going in there. You know, here's one interesting thing I will say, though. I feel like if any character may be kind of underutilized, I think it's Nacho. Because Nacho shows up, and I'm like, oh, Nacho, right. Because Nacho's in the main cast, you know? Nacho's in the main cast, and in Season 1 and most of Season 2, you get that. But Season 3 especially is when you're like, okay, what's Nacho doing? Like, he's just sort of here. You know, maybe... I don't think that was like... It's just sort of how the story is playing out right now. I'm sure Nacho will have more importance later. But yeah, when Nacho goes into Los Pollos, I'm like, oh shit, Nacho's here. What's going to happen? And it's like, oh, it's Nacho's here because Hector is here. I get you. So yeah. But that, honestly, is that the first time this season that we've seen Nacho? It might be. But yeah, so Hector shows up and says that Gus is now going to be running cartel drugs specifically. And he's going to have to make room, which is interesting. And yeah, Hector's trying to play for power, you know? He's like, I am the cartel, you know? And even when Gus questions him, like, did Don Eladio approve this? It's like, I approve this. And it's like, that works, you know. If Don Eladio gets wind of this, that is one thing, is that we never see any interaction between Don Eladio and Hector. The only stuff we really see with Hector in Breaking Bad is his own family, either Tuco or the cousins, you know. So yeah, I'm very curious. Like, we don't really see too much, aside from the flashback that we got with Gus and what was his friend's name? his partner's name? I cannot remember. Oh, that's gonna drive me crazy. Hold on. Oh, it was Max. Max Arseniga? Arseniga? Oh, yeah. Maybe. Alright. So yeah, Max. They may have also like called him Maximilian back in Breaking Bad. So alright. Cannot be distracted by YouTube stuff, so I need to put this back. Okay. Max. Yeah. That was the only time we saw Hector interact with anyone from the cartel, you know, specifically Don Eladio. But now Hector is trying to get more power. He's sort of lashing out now because things aren't going his way. And he thinks, oh, well, I'll go, you know, put Gus in his place, basically. But nope. It's all according to Cake. All according to Cake. So I love that. I absolutely love that. And then I love the story because he has to come up with a story to tell them, and I love the story that, which I don't know how much of that technically is lying. You know, like yes, obviously the story is fabricated, but like because they mentioned the place where he said he opened the first Los Pollos. So I don't remember if like maybe I don't know, but technically it is sort of it's sort of like the story he told, you know, and I like that. And yeah, because it's like this is a crazy sort of thing to try to, you know, pass off to get your employees to you know, just sort of move on from, but it worked. I mean, as soon as Lyle started clapping, you get Lyle, you get the rest of them, you know. Because he was the most skeptical. And I just love... He's a good kid. You can see that. And I love anytime Gus gets to be, you know, the owner of Los Pollos Hermanos. You know, I love anytime it's that, you know, he puts on that smile and it's like, no, it's okay, Lyle. Go home. I've got this. And stuff like that. Or even, you know, it's like, yes, you know, we need to move on from this, but if any of you need counseling from, you know, lingering trauma... speak to me privately. We will have that arranged. It's like he seems like a really good boss, honestly. Like not just like from the perspective of you know, the sort of shadier stuff he does. I mean, he's a great boss all around because he takes care of his employees at Los Pollos, and Mike. You know, the fact that Mike actually would work for a man like him, you know, just works out. You know. So yeah, I did love that story that he told. And then, yeah, we had the meeting between Gus and Mike about it. Like, you know, yes, he doesn't want to take this money because he's trying to make up for, at least somewhat make up for, the death of the Good Samaritan, you know? So yeah, I love that moment where Mike is definitely considering working for Gus. He definitely respects him. He likes his way of business and stuff, which is, that's how Gus has always been sort of portrayed, is this brilliant, you know, classy businessman, you know? That was the whole point in Breaking Bad, was after Tuco, and it's like, oh, you know, we can't just deal with these sort of, you know, insane drug lords and stuff like that. And Saul was like, well, I know a guy who knows a guy, you know? And, you know, you need a businessman, a born-again businessman. And that is exactly what Gus is. And Mike is looking at this like, you know what? I may want to work for this guy. This may work out. But I did like when Gus turned around and he said, the reason why I stopped you from killing Hector was because a bullet to the head is too humane. You know? Like, that's good because that shows Mike, okay, you need to know everything you could be getting into with this guy, you know? While, yes, he's very respectable, he has, you know, this great business, he does things very efficiently, but there is that sort of darker side to him as well. Like, look, I do want to kill Hector, and I will do it my way, not just a bullet through the head, you know? So yeah, so that was really, really good. Then, I love, how long was that until Yep, that was about 25 minutes before we saw Kim, and then we saw Jimmy. I like that. I love that these shows are so good. You can just stay away from your main character for a while, and you're just 100% invested. This team, I must say, it's getting to the point with these shows, because I look at shows like, Mr. Robot or Prison Break, and I'd be like, these shows are really, really great, but, and these teams are really, really great in how they write and everything like that, but the consistency, the 100% brilliant consistency between Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, and El Camino, like, this team is so amazing. It blows my mind, the quality of these shows, It's so amazing. So, yeah. So, Jimmy and Kim figure out that Chuck was going to have the door repaired. So instead, they cancel it and trick Chuck by sending in Mike. And that was really, really cool. I like that because, yeah, it's like we haven't had a scene between Mike and Chuck, let alone Kim or Howard. Like, it's just been Jimmy and Nacho, the only other main characters that Mike interacts with. So I like that it's like, okay, well, we need something to happen. It's like, well, better call Mike, basically. And the thing about that too is that that's exactly what he should have done in the first place. He should have done that in the first place with the tape. Instead of barging in like a madman, he should have figured out how to get Mike in there to find the tape and destroy it, basically, So they're being smart about this. So they sent in Mike, and he was able to use the drill to get Chuck upstairs. And because of that, he took all sorts of pictures around the house, and I like that. And yeah, just seeing that is like, stovetop lantern or whatever on top of a stack of the Financial Times, like that's not good. That's insane. And I think Jimmy is now looking at this. He's looking at all of his options, and one of his options he's had since season 1 is that doctor telling him to commit the bastard. And he's looking at this. I'm not quite sure how it's going to play, but I'm sure he's getting all these pictures. Like, look, this man is insane. This man is absolutely insane, and that is going to be part of it. I'm sure. And there's another thing, apparently. Another thing, not just the camera and the door. I do like that it's like, yeah, Mike, he fixed the door. And I like that moment where he's like, it was nice to fix things for once, Like, just sort of, he's just reflecting on everything that's happened, not even just in this, in the previous 2 seasons, but also, before that in the timeline of, killing Hoffman and Fensky. I can't believe I remember those names, but killing Hoffman and Fensky, and now he's just looking at this and it's like, it's nice to fix something for once, So, but there was another thing, and honestly, I'm trying to think, because when they got to the meeting and Miss Hay is like, oh, well, I trust we all put away our cell phones and stuff, and I was just like, what if Jimmy just didn't? What if Jimmy just had his phone? Would Chuck even know? Like, we've had this thing of like, can Chuck sense the electricity or not? Sometimes it seems like he definitely can. Sometimes it seems like he can't. I remember, I didn't catch this in the actual reaction, but I believe when he was in the hospital in season 1, there is a moment where the doctor switches something on and Chuck is just none the wiser, So I would almost wonder if Jimmy just kept his phone, because he was already in there. He was already in there, sitting in there when Howard came in and then turned off the lights. They have no idea. They have no idea if Jimmy still had a battery on him. So I'm honestly wondering if maybe that's what Mike did. Did he like leave a battery in the house or something? See if it would actually, or try and get him on, yes, he's insane. He's doing all these harmful things at home. And also, he doesn't actually have this sensitivity or something. I don't know. But granted, what they said about the other thing was that he got it from the address book that was on his desk, which is interesting. It was something he got, so we'll have to see. Oh, what if it's Rebecca? Oh my gosh, if they need to call in a witness to show how insane he is, the wife who left him. Oh shit, that'd be crazy. Because what else is Mike getting from an address book? You know? That's literally all it does is have addresses. Oh, that would be crazy. Oh, I'm so excited. Not even just for next... Because I feel like this has to keep going. This doesn't just resolve in one episode. I'm sure this goes throughout the whole season. God, I want to see more. Friggin'... This may be my favorite show that I'm watching on the channel. Like, I just absolutely love this show. This and, like, Full Metal, I think, are the most consistently amazing shows that I'm watching right now. So, yeah. So we had the meeting and the apology. I think Chuck could tell that Jimmy is lying. Because it's like, oh, I want a real apology. And it's like, oh, so he's going to, he's got to be convincing with this apology and stuff. But if anyone can do that, it's Jimmy McGill. He's a liar. He's a bullshitter. He can definitely do that. And he put on everything he needed because this is all part of his plan. He put on everything, and I'm pretty sure I think Chuck could see through that. He knew. He didn't press it, but he knew that it wasn't, legit. And when he's saying, I did horrible things. Things a brother should never do. Looking right at him. It's like, yeah, Miss Hay doesn't know. Miss Hay doesn't know the half of it, I don't think. So, yeah. So, the tape will be played in court. The original tape, Jimmy only destroyed a duplicate, but the original tape will be played in court. But I think they knew. I think Kim only did that to confirm that there is an original tape. So, I think they're going to find that original tape. And no tape. No tape. Brown bricks. No tape. Wife. Photos. Potentially screwing with him and leaving a battery or something. They may actually be stacking the cards now. They may be... I think they're getting I think where Chuck is like, yes, I've got my decent hand, now let's play. Jimmy and Kim are going like, yeah, all right. Better. Bring it, Like, I think we're about to clash, We're going to clash in the courtroom. God, I love this show. I love this show so much. This, what? I'll go ahead and say this is my favorite show that I'm watching on the channel right now. If not one of my favorite shows that we watch on here. I just absolutely love it. And it's just amazing because I think the reason I brought up how consistently great this is and this team is so amazing is because with something like, Mr. Robot, that is really good. But they haven't come back to any of that yet. And that's fine. The story, they don't need to. The story can just end there. I think because this is a prequel series, This is a prequel series to a show that was already a 10 out of 10. So to have it still be a 10 out of 10 is vastly impressive because you look at so many other things. You can look at Star Trek, Star Wars, the last season of Game of Thrones. You can look at anything and it's like when they try to come back, when they try to come back and do more after it ends, it doesn't really, a lot of times it doesn't work. Sometimes it can be really good. I say that about Star Wars, but there are a lot of examples in Star Wars of them coming back and it still being really good, But the fact that this is, they finished Breaking Bad, they left, then they reconvened, and it's like they didn't even miss a beat in the writer's room. It's incredible. It is absolutely incredible and just mind-blowing. And God, I love this show. And I'm excited to see where we're going. Where are we going? Oh, well, we're we're going to court. We're going to trial, and things are... Oh, I think things are going to get maybe a little nasty. And if we're going with parallels, if we deal a big blow to Chuck, that has to be paralleled with Mike and Gus, and that means dealing a blow to Hector. And where could that end him up, I wonder? I don't know. You can probably hear my voice is dead. I've had a lot of work to do today, but yeah. Next week and kind of going forward, my voice shouldn't be as tired because things are kind of mixing up in the schedule, and I should be doing this earlier in the day. Either way, no matter what time of day that I do this show, I am just as hyped and excited. Anyway, enough of me fangirling. With all that being said, or fanboying, it doesn't really matter which either way is true. I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around to any of those. There's a playlist for all of my Better Call Saul reactions, as well as another playlist for all of my Breaking Bad reactions if you want to go check those out. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.